Hey guys, Waste Potential 616 here. I hope you don't mind me doing this video response. I really don't want you to take it the wrong way. I just kind of thought you were a little bit unfair with the New Avengers review that you did. Obviously you're entitled to your opinions. You guys did a good job. I really enjoy your stuff, but I just feel that I wanted to give my opinion as well. Okay. Right, I'll just sort of try and get straight to the point. The Mockingbird stuff's really good, but I'll start with like your first criticism of Clint Barton's not being sort of taken out of commission, and you saying you're annoyed that even though she sort of points it out, but I would have been annoyed if she hadn't pointed it out, but the fact that she pointed it out sort of indicates to me that it's going to be touched upon and going to be explained later. I think that's quite logical. I kind of suspect that it might be because he sort of died and been resurrected by the Scarlet Witch. I think twice that's kind of happened. So that might be the answer to that. Also with Captain America and his arm not working well. It's shown later on with Norman Osborn, his arm are not working, so this device affects technology as well as powers. Well, so Captain America's cybernetic arm isn't working, and I'm assuming that it's a heavy piece of machinery, so he's just got loads of dead weight on his arm, and so it's just sort of pulled him down. I'm assuming that the technology in his arm sort of helps him control it and deal with the weight of it. So without that working, he's just got loads of dead weight. The stuff with Luke Cage and having a heart attack, okay, that isn't explained, but judging by the next cover, it's showing him clipping onto his heart. I think that will be explained there. I think one of your major points was that it's sort of turning into a Dark Avengers book. Once the Sentry appears. I don't see a problem with this because and Norman Osborn, well, he's a Dark Avenger. The thing, what's wrong with showing? Even though they have their own book, these guys are villains, and it's been established that these guys, apart from the other group of supervillains, are kind of the New Avengers main villains, the arch nemesis, if you will. It's been established with sort of Hawkeye and his television appearance, saying he's going after Norman Osborn. So what's the problem with having the villains of the book, the villains of the heroes, appear in the book? It's say like Batman's fighting the Joker, and at the same time the Joker's got his own book. I don't see a problem with that. I really don't. And I think the New Avengers aren't an afterthought. I think in the next issue it will shift back to them. They kind of get knocked out of the spotlight because their powers have gone, and they're kind of out of commission. Mockingbird's sort of had a fight and she's out of the way now. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, Ronan's been knocked away, so you don't see them. And I think now that the Dark Avengers powers have stopped, so the spotlight in the next issue will shift back to the New Avengers, who will ultimately save the day. I think that's the logical step. And also, you were saying, the Hood, it's like a Dark Avengers book, or the Hood appears. Well, the Hood has been established as, once again, as one of the New Avengers' main villains. So what's wrong with showing what one of their main villains is doing in the book? I don't, it's not a problem. As for him being irrational, well, I think that kind of makes sense with his character. He's had all this power. He's been controlling all these villains. He's been doing really well for himself. So he's lost this power. So he'll do anything to get his powers back. He'll act irrationally. He'll trust Loki. That makes sense to me. Yeah, and I think that's about it. And I agree with all the stuff you were saying about Next Wave. That was a good title. A lot of books are being neglected. Agents of Atlas, you know, it was good. You know, there's a lot of titles. I mean, like Captain Britain, you know, that's being cancelled. You know, that was okay. I get what you're saying, but I think specifically, you know, you've criticised this comic a bit too harshly. That's just my opinion, and I just wanted to say it. But I also want to say I do enjoy you guys' stuff. You know, so there you go. Thanks for listening, and leave it at that. Cheers.